Chapter 1. Kids can be cruel. You never realize it before you start going to school. Your parents shelter you the best they can, only introducing you to the parents of other kids whom they don't mind you playing with. It's the age of innocence, the age where everything is all right in the world. That first day of school is scary. Your parents do everything they can to prepare you for it, telling you it will be wonderful, that you'll have fun and make lots of great new friends. They don't tell you about the assholes waiting to point out even the smallest flaws. They don't tell you about the bullies, because if they did, would you ever let them drop you off in front of that imposing building without kicking and screaming and causing a scene? I started kindergarten like every other child, nervous, but excited. I didn't cry when my parents dropped me off. I genuinely liked my teacher. Everyone seemed nice. Until recess. Bug eyes, I heard a kid say. I was minding my own business, swinging on the swings. I hadn't made any friends yet, but I wasn't too worried about it. It was the first day, after all. I certainly hadn't expected to make any enemies. Hey, bug eyes. The voice came again, this time accompanied by a sharp blow to the back of my head. Tears welled up in my eyes as I brought the swing to a halt, turning around to see this chubby, red-headed boy with freckles glowering at me a few feet away. He wasn't alone either. On either side of him was another boy, looking at me like I was no better than trash. "Why'd you hit me?" I asked, rubbing the back of my head as I fought back the urge to go into a fit of sobbing. "Because you're ugly. What was your name? Tara, was it? An ugly name for an ugly girl. Tara the Terror." I ran away crying and spent the rest of recess in the bathroom. You'd think that someone would have come to ask me what was wrong, but all of the other kids just gave me awkward glances as they went about their business. It wasn't until a teacher entered that I got consoled. I told her that I had fallen off the swing, and I had the bump on the back of my head to prove it. The asshole had thrown a rock at me, but I wasn't about to tell the teacher that. I was afraid, and naivete led me to believe that if I didn't talk about it, the problem would just go away. It didn't. The boy, whose name I found out was Daniel Delp, decided to make a game out of stalking and terrorizing me every chance he got. At the bus stop, he'd get kids to gather around and call me Tara the Terror until I broke down into tears. On the playground, he'd chase me around and throw rocks at me. It seemed like he was friends with half the school, and he turned all the other kids against me. I was alone, scared, hating school. Every day became a struggle to get me out of bed. I cried when my mom dragged me out to the bus stop in the mornings. Finally, it got so bad that she had a meeting with the principal and Daniel's parents. That stopped the harassment for a little while, from Daniel at least. His cronies picked up where he left off, making my life a living hell. As soon as his parents took him off restrictions, he was back at it again, joining the rest in their mocking of my horrible name and big green eyes. I'm not sure if a 5-year-old ever had lower self-esteem. Days and weeks and months of being told I was ugly and hideous and horrible made me cry so much that my mother worried my face would be tear-stained forever. I begged my parents to move, but they told me that this was just a part of getting initiated into a new school. It didn't make sense to me, but I chose to trust them. Making friends was impossible with Daniel Delp on my back day after day. If I did happen to find someone to play with, Daniel would start making fun of them too, and that would quickly end my play session. No one wanted to be the target of his nastiness, and I couldn't blame them.